Patty Christensen, hand CRPS lady, taking a little break from my cleaning adventures. So, I went, P.S., trigger warning, whatever you want to call it. This is a video for the ladies. Men, you can, but just know we're going to talk lady stuff. So yesterday, day before yesterday, was my annual lady visit. I'm crusty old with no parts. So you know you're old when you don't even have to put on different clothes because they never... Anyway, back in 2015, I had to have an emergency full hysterectomy. They thought I had cancer. The tumors were very scary looking, but then when they cut them open, it wasn't the scary kind. It was the kind that grows teeth and fingernails and hair and weird stuff. Anyway, so everything gone. To avoid a horrific shock to my system, I was put on hormone replacement therapy. It's a cream that you put you put right here at night is when I do mine, and it's the full. It's estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone. Even though I don't have any of the lady parts, we just kept it with all the things. And, that's 10 years ago. And so I asked, what's the deal with hormone replacement therapy? Do I stay on it? Do I come off? I mean, I'm old, which they laugh about because I'm their age, but I feel it. CRPS, you feel a lot older than you are. Anyway, so we were discussing the hormone replacement therapy and should I do it, should I not? And she had just gone to a whole bunch of info about it. And I had read about it too, like the big, huge scare back in the early aughts that it caused cancer, and it was just like stupid because it wasn't real, it wasn't true. But once you put that out there, it's hard to take it back, right? Anyway, so we talked about and so we were going through the risks and benefits, right? Because there's always risks and benefits to everything. And the estrogen, she said, well, the risk is a slightly elevated chance of stroke. And I said, okay, we don't stroke in my family, or maybe it was heart attack. It was something that we don't get in my family. She said, but what it does do is help bone health. People with CRPS know that that's a huge issue because part of this condition, our brains are pulling the calcium out of our bones. It's doing weird stuff. So I know that's something that everybody's watching real closely on me is bone health. I had my DEXA scan. I'm told to walk all the time. And she reiterated that I need to do that. Then we talked progesterone. Well, I don't have any lady parts, but she said what it does help with is sleep. And I have the We Do Not Care Club sleep issues where 3 a.m., hello, and then you fall back asleep right before you need to wake up. So she said it's really good for that. Just be sure to do my cream at night. And then we are still keeping the women's dosage of testosterone in there, again, for muscle, bone, everything because of the CRPS. So we're going to keep doing it. And she said, frankly, you can do it as forever. All those fears before ended up being severely unfounded, especially for someone like me who started hormone therapy, who never did a menopause, just went part, boom. If you go through menopause and you wait a long time and then try to do hormone therapy, it won't work. But, basically I'm just keeping the women hormone level of a 45-year-old. It's the best way to look at it. So anyway, and then she also has me reading, which to me means listening on Audible. It's called The New Menopause. Sorry, I don't have my other screens open, but it's called The New Menopause, and it's a doctor that's going through a lot of these things that I had already read about. I'll do a separate book review on that. But so ladies, especially CRPS ladies, the hormone replacement therapy may have, if you haven't already gone through menopause, of course, but it may have benefits that outweigh the risks, maybe, depending on your family history and all that kind of good stuff, as a way to help keep these bones from getting too weak.